We've had encouraging results recently in our pioneering work with adults. Stroke victims, PTSD sufferers, and students with age-related issues of memory and balance have all experienced positive outcomes with the Hoffmann program.
About 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with PTSD. And there had been some trauma in my life in the past, so I don't know exactly how long it had been going on. I would imagine 10 years before that, maybe even longer. I kind of stayed by myself because I didn't want to, it always seemed like that I felt uncomfortable with other people and nervous when I knew I was going to be in a group. I got a bachelor's degree in psychology from UC Berkeley in 1972. Never heard anything about anything like this program, so I was fascinated. Then I heard about how it helped the kids and the learning disabilities, and having been a teacher, and I'm retired now, it was just something I needed to know about. I wanted to investigate it and research it, so I figured out how to take it so that I know what was going on. Well, Karen was giving a group, and it was a group of adults, and so there were 4 or 5 of us, and we were all doing it together. So we did it 3 days a week, an hour a day. We did it for the first month, and it. I remember not feeling too much. I knew something was going on, but I couldn't tell you what it was. Something was changing, but it wasn't dramatic or anything, but it was different. I had a project where I was going to try and generate some animosity to see if I could regulate it with my breath. This was something I was doing for another class. So I had saved this movie for a while, so because I knew that it would start generating the PTSD, and so I put it on, and I was going to make records, of what happened to me and so forth. And I watched it, and nothing happened. I didn't even get upset, and I could not understand. It was like, wait a minute, this is not right. I mean, it was fine. I loved it, but it was not me. It was not the normal way I would do things, and my PTSD was gone.
We had a stroke victim as well we worked with. He was 69, I believe, at the time. And he came away with a better memory, and his wife had such a sense of peace because she wasn't afraid he was going to fall. His balance was so much better that the rest of his days were much safer and much less stress for his wife.
I was looking for the Hoffman program to change the low level I felt in auditory. But not only that, it also assisted with balance, which I thought, that's interesting. I never even thought about that.
It was easier to put my clothes on because I could stand on one foot a little longer.
There you go.
And I still, on my weaker leg, I could stand longer on it than I can on my strong leg.
The visual I thought was pretty good already, but I know that that's my strength and my auditory is not. And my balance did get better too, so I was very pleased.
So there's other areas that we're looking at. It seems to me that if we're creating new neurocircuitry, perhaps this will work with Alzheimer's.
I found that after I completed the Hoffman program and during, that my speed of recalling a lot of information was faster and better.
So I see this as a lasting memory thing that I learned. Not being aware that you're remembering it, but all of a sudden realizing, wait a minute, I've seen this before.
It's almost like a confidence about I can handle anything that's going to come at me. And I think that is the difference. And the other thing that is fascinating about this program is that what happens in the mind doesn't come into your conscious mind. You're not thinking about it. It's kind of like if you had your arm, say you had a stroke, and your arm was very weak, and so you had to exercise it, and so you exercised it, and it got better and better, and every time it builds muscles under there, That little muscle cell does not tell your brain, hey, we've completed another route here. You don't know anything about how it functions in your body. And that's kind of what this is. It is a program that integrates 3 sensory modalities, 3 of your senses: your hearing, your seeing, and your motor. That's where you are in the world. When those 3 are integrated, you have much more efficient learning. So you can handle, and it will be totally yours. It didn't change me. It just changed the way I could handle the world.
While we continue our work with young people, we will also continue collecting data from our workshops with adults experiencing learning difficulties, or who simply want to boost brain processing. To that end, we plan to offer groups for anyone who feels this program will help them.